All right, Shalom. I like to say, call while I was all praise on glory and you to how Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Kokadash, the bounce, Pastor Oz, Great Mission, let's go to the deck. Few sisters, Israelite foreigners, welcome to Journal True. This is from PBS News. Get straight into it. It says, veterans become face of Trump's government cuts and Democrats' resistance as congressional lawmakers scramble to respond to Trump's the federal government. One group is already taking a front and center role military veterans, from layoffs at the Department of Veterans Affairs to a Pentagon purge of archives that document diversity in the military. Veterans have been acutely affected by Trump's actions, and with the Republican president determined to continue slashing the federal government, the burden will only grow on veterans who make up roughly 30% of the federal workers and often tap government benefits that aren't in with their military services. At a moment of crisis for all our veterans, the VA system of health care and benefits have been disastrously and disgracefully put upon the chopping block by the Trump administration and Sen. Richard Blumenthal, the top Democrat of the Senate Veterans Affairs Committee, at a news conference last week. Most veterans voted for Trump last year, nearly 6-10, according to the AP Votecast, a nationwide survey. More than 120,000 voters. Yes, Congress Republicans standing in support of Trump's goals, even as they encounter fierce pushback in their home districts. A series of time calls this week, veterans angrily confront Republican members as they defend the cuts made under Trump advisors Elon Musk's Department of Government efficiency. Do your job, Jay Carey, a military veteran, yelled at Republican Representative, Chuck Edwards at a town hall in North Carolina. I'm a retired military officer, an attendee at another forum in Wyoming, told Republican, I don't know what this stands for, Harriet Hagman, before questioning whether Doge had actually discovered by fraud. Another Republican House Speaker, Mike Johnson, advised the members to skip the town halls and claimed that they were being filled with paid protesters. Some Republicans were still holding them and trying to respond to the criticism. It looks radical, but it's not. I call it stewardship. In my opinion, Republicans Gus Bill Rockus of Florida said on a Tell Lee town hall, I think they're doing right by the American taxpayer. I support the principle of Doge. Still, some Republicans have expressed unease at the seemingly indiscriminated firings of veterans, especially when they have not been looped in on the administration plans. At town hall text on Friday, Texas Republican Don Crenshaw told the audience, "We're learning about this stuff at the speed of light, the way you are. I think there's been some babies thrown out with the bathwater here, but we're still gathering information on it." Crenshaw, a former Navy SEAL, added, "If you're doing a job that we need to do, you're doing it well. Yeah, we're got to fight for you." The Republican chair of House Veterans Affairs Committee, Representative Mike Bose, assured listeners at the Tilly Town Hall last week that he and Veterans Affairs Secretary Doug Collins talking about regularly as the VA implements plans to cut roughly 80,000 jobs. Boss has said he's watching the process closely, but he has expressed support and echoed Collins' assurance that veterans' health care benefits won't be slashed. They're cut a lot, but understand this: essential jobs are not being cut, Bose said, but then added that his office was helping alert the VA when people with essential jobs had in fact been terminated. Two judges this week ordered the Trump administration to rehire the probationary employees who were let go in the mass firings at the VA. Some of those employees have now been put on administrative leave, but a sense of dread confusion is still hanging over much of the federal workforce. We're all kind of wondering what's the next, said Dan Foster, a Washington State Army veteran who lost a job when the VA canceled a contract supporting a program that educates service members on how to access their benefits and VA programs. Others are angry that they have been portrayed as dead weight and cut from jobs and failed to play a direct role in helping veterans get health care. For somebody to go to the news and say we are incompetent, lazy, that is just false. The future of Zihu, an Army veteran who had a job managing medical supply and inventory for operation rooms at the VA's facility in Puget Sound, Washington, before she was fired in February. Democrats searched for the political footing and rallying point on unifying them. They had zeroed it in the cause protecting veterans, and both of the House and Senate Democrats have introduced legislation that would shield veterans from mass layoffs. When Trump spoke to Congress this month, many lawmakers invited veterans as their guests. They are outraged. Tammy Duckworth, an Illinois Democrat who is Iraq war veteran and former assistant secretary at the VA, they said Donald Trump promised to watch out for them, and the first thing he does is fire them. Democrats are already pressing Republican colleagues to show the support for veterans negotiating and allow passages of Republican-backed government funding. This month, Democrats secured a vote to amend the package to include language that would protect veterans from the federal layoffs, but it failed party lines, in part because the last-minute change would have ensured that Congress missed the deadline to avert the shutdown. Well, our eye on midterm elections, Vote Vets left a learning veterans advocacy group is already launched a bill as featuring veterans sharing their stories and being fired, accused of congressional members of doing absolutely nothing. The ads are directed to 5 potential swing districts held by Republicans who are veterans themselves. Senate Ruben Caligo, an Arizona Democrat who is also a veteran, said he was unsure because veterans would shift their political alliance. But he said it's clear veterans are pissed. Gallego said there's an opportunity for Democrats to hammer home the message that Elon Musk and his buddies would rather just deal with the bottom line and try to save billions of dollars so they can have more tax cuts and experienced veterans. Yeah, so, man, as you can see, man, Babylon the Great, America, they're so busy trying to fix the whole world, everybody else's problems when they can't even fix their own. All right, and then look how they treat civilians, their own citizens. They up there talking about how these other countries, like Iran or what's another one? Not Saudi Arabia, them Ishmaelite countries, man. Okay, they'll say shit like Syria. You know, they'll say how they're committing humanitarian inhumane acts to them people, but look what they're doing, right? They're speaking on the behalf of those governments, how wicked they are, or they're doing the people wrong. But like I said, you're treating your own people in your backyard like shit, all right? And you just ain't looking good, man. The Lord says He's gonna set thee as a gazing spot among the nations, and the world sees this, right? Because these veterans, they storm the streets and are making noise about this, right? Here it is, they fought for this country, and now this country treating them like criminals. That's fucked up right there. That's fucked up. But that's the devil for you. That's Esau eating for you. You can get the scriptures, Ecclesiastes 26 and 28. There be two things that grieve my heart, and the third making me angry. A man of war that suffer poverty. All right, here it is. These veterans, they fought for this country, and now a lot of them come back to the country poor. I know a couple of Jakes, all right, that are ex-military and shit like that, and they just doing this just as bad as I am, man. You know, them motherfuckers ain't they ain't living middle class, having that middle class money. You know what I'm saying? The whole American dream, the white people can fence the wife. You know what I'm saying? Them motherfuckers struggling, man. Just like the average everyday citizen. Yet they fought for this country. They fought for on the behalf of this country to so-called fight it from the bad guys. And the fact that the bad guys right here with us, man. All right, you veterans. I mean, a lot of them, mainly Jake, they fought for this. They'll fight for this. They go in the military for benefits, man. But look like they ain't even getting that. All right. And then Edomites, they fighting for their country because they feel all patriotic. You know, the red, white, and blue shit. And really, these are not the good guys you're fighting for. Tom Cruise found that out. Metal Gear Solid, Snake found that out. All right. So this place is it's a place that deceived you, you dumbasses, man. And ain't no way. And then that's good though. That's good for you veterans because you know what? You're fighting for an evil place, man. You are fighting for an evil place. America is not no great country where they put in the textbooks how they got it fair and square, or they discovered this land, or they just done things the right way. All right, the land, like a land of justice. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. That shit was completely it's a complete lie, made up. All right, and like I said, now just this place, Babylon's getting exposed on every level, man. All right, you know what I mean? You're criticizing other countries, but you don't even take care of your own people. Like, ain't that some shit? And now the nations, they calling you out on yours. All right, you Edomites over here, man. You proud as hell. Like I said, now I'm gonna try to get this. There's another scripture I had. It's based in Proverbs where it said, "He that curseth." I might have to get it, man, cause let's see. Here you go. It's goddamn. It's in the Apocrypha. It is. Ecclesiastes on 21:27 said, when the ungodly curses Satan, he curses his own soul. Right? And you Edomites are ungodly. You cursing your own self, man. All right? You cursing your own self. Because you like to say the higher ups, the 1%. Well, they're Edomites too. Okay? You said the deep state. All those motherfuckers are Edomites at the top. Okay? The people that's doing this shit to you, that's taking away your rights, these are all fucking Edomites, man. You know? The people that on top, that's running the country, the U.S. into the ground, are Edomites. It ain't Jake. It ain't no other else heathens, man. And Donald Trump, and you see that's Satan curse Satan right there. Now, you Edomites, man, they ain't too happy about this guy being in office. Okay, I mean, I'd rather vote for Obama. So why you ain't calling Donald Trump Satan? Why you ain't calling him the Antichrist? There you go, man. It's hypocrisy. But yeah, man, that was a quick article. You know, wanted to bring out. I saw this from the called "Winter This" from the brother of Mississippi camp. So you know, I put my 2 cents on it. But anyway, yeah, I mean, this place is it's definitely falling, man. So we're definitely give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Hashem, Mashadu, and my spouse, Elder Muslim. Let's go. That is like one show.